Hello?
Hey, how's it going? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? How's it going?
I had your stream open and then I was hearing you in stereo, and that was a bad idea.
You should not have the stream open. That is a bad idea.
Yeah, probably.
You're not going to gain any information from it anyways.
Oh no, I was trying to check my voices.
Oh. Well, you're
Because the
fine.
last time I watched, like the last couple times, it seemed like I could hear you but not them, and then I had to tell you, and then you fix it.
Well, yeah, but
I was just checking.
I've kept that fix now, so I got it working properly now.
Anyways, I closed it.
All right.
I gotta open up the campaign, get logged in, all that good stuff.
No worries.
Boy, Kenku, you are a loud bitch. Turn me down.
Yeah, turn it down if you need to.
I love that name for it, Kenku. That's perfect.
It's a pretty good player too. I've been liking it. It just plays whatever I'm playing, but through here, so that I can send noise to you. So there's zero copyright problems.
Nice.
Well, I say zero. You could still do copyright problems, but you get my point.
Lessened chances.
Yeah.
I had to get an entire bottle of water on standby just in case the fry in this voice destroys me.
It probably will.
If I can keep it consistent.
Uh-huh. You ready?
I am now logged in and I'm ready.
Got your sheet up?
Got my sheet up.
All right. Welcome to Cormyr, where the rolling hills are dotted with sprawling forests, and the mild winters are a stark contrast to the danger and mystery that lurks within. The small town of Thunderstone is nestled on the banks of a fast-flowing river at the base of the majestic Thunder Falls as it cascades down from the Thunder Peaks in the east. As the sun begins to set on this winter evening, the sound of rushing water fills the air, adding to the lively and energetic atmosphere of the town. At the Furniture's Fate, a popular tavern for adventurers, two unlikely companions sit at a table. Cale Tallstag, a young knight from Thunderstone, and Corthyndahast, a student of the Royal Magician, who may well be in line to be Joranhast's replacement. They've been friends for some time, and this was meant to be a celebratory dinner after Cale's recent knighting. And so it has been, with much wine and drinking and banter. As the night wears on, though, Cale's mood becomes more somber, his gaze focused on something beyond the confines of the tavern. The tension in the air is palpable, and even the bustling noise of the tavern begins to feel distant. You can sense something is off with Cale, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is. His eyes are darting around the room, and he keeps fidgeting in his chair. You get a sense that he's hiding something, but you're not sure how to broach the subject without putting him on the spot. But eventually, after a long silence, Cale finally speaks. "My friend," he says, catching your attention. "I'm sorry for the sudden change in mood, but I need your help. I know you're a scholar of magic rather than a knight of the crown, but I think you're just the man I need for this. Will you hear me out?" As Cale speaks, you notice a hint of desperation in his eyes, something you've never seen before. His usual jovial demeanor has been replaced with a seriousness that is hard to ignore.
I take a puff of my pipe almost purposely dragging out the moment. And then look at Kale. My friend, when have I ever said no to assisting you?
That's true enough. And I appreciate that about you. I've been given my first assignment, and, well, I suspect I'm going to have to leave the town for it. It'd be better to have somebody to go with. There was a courier traveling from Weylun last seen here 2 days ago. He was heading to one of your lot. Master Vainrance, do you know him?
Do I know Master Vainrance?
You do. He's actually in your contacts.
Oh, right. Hey, yeah, it's over here on my journal page. Yeah. It would be difficult for me not to know the second in command of the War Wizards.
Well, this courier was taking something to him from Weylun. Captain Renwick, he's asked me to take a look. Courier went missing. Maybe. He never reached Vainrance, and he should have been there by now. So Vain contacted Captain Renwick, and he's asked me to look into things. I'm worried I won't be able to do this alone. And, since Ganrast recently suggested you travel Cormyr and learn what you're meant to defend, I thought you might like to get involved, see how we do things, see what you're defending.
Wouldn't be the first time we'd worked together on a mission. Should seem like old times, huh?
That's what I hoped you'd say. I was worried you wouldn't care, though, but I'm glad to hear you do. Something else, it's in the only missing persons case I've heard of, but it's the first one that's involved a traveler instead of someone native to Thunderstone. Anyways, I didn't mean to spoil the mood of the night. We should get our rest and leave first light.
Sounds like an excellent plan.
Great. Have another drink on me, he says, and beckons over the bartender to serve. You two spend the rest of the evening continuing your drink, enjoying one another's company until eventually, still fairly drunk, he staggers out to head home.
Okay.
Wesley, stop it.
I don't have Cure Hangover yet as a spell.
That's okay.
So I won't overindulge.
All right. The next morning, you two meet up early. It is windy, and there's just a light rain. And you start to make your way south, following the courier's expected path. For hours, you travel the road south out of Thunderstone, and you're nearing the town of Bezert, if your maps are correct. The sound of a nearby stream and the crunch of your boots on the road are the only thing that breaks the eerie silence. As you round a bend, though, you can hear flies, and the scent of offal assaults your nose. The once peaceful field ahead is now a scene of carnage. The ground is torn up and the bushes are trampled down, and you can see signs of a struggle all around. The ground is slick with mud and dried blood. The trees are stripped of bark, and there are broken arrows scattered all around the area. And in the center of the clearing lies a dead horse, its eyes frozen in terror, its body riddled with arrows. A few feet away, you can see a large package, likely the one the courier was carrying, ripped open and its contents scattered about. There are signs that the attackers have ransacked it, searching for something specific. The tracks of the attackers lead away from the clearing towards the vast swamp. The path seems clear, but you can't shake the feeling that you're walking into a trap. Ugh, this stench, Kale exclaims as you both approach the ambush site. Looks like they ambushed him from that ditch over there. He didn't stand a chance. Kale starts looking around the site, taking it all in. What were they looking for? Why not just take everything?
That is a good question. This doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't. I wonder if there's anything we can figure out from the site. A couple extra minutes won't cause us to lose them any more than we already have.
Well, let's roll up the metaphorical sleeves and get to work then. And I want to start looking around, do some investigation. See if
All
I
right,
can figure
where
out
are you gonna look?
There's the dead horse, you said, right?
Yep, there's the
And
dead
there's
horse.
packs with it.
There was the courier's package, which was kind of off to the side of the horse at this point, like a few feet from it. And then there's the surrounding road, and then there's a ditch nearby.
Let's start with the ditch, a possible ambush site.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check. Really good. While you're looking around in the ditch, you see a journal lying in the mud, leather-bound, wrapped journal. Looks like somebody dropped it.
I will pick it up.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, and
hopefully it's not explosive runes as I open it.
So it starts with "I have prepared." No, I'm kidding. As you open up the journal, you see it's written in a rough and crude hand with numerous smears and smudges. It contains a detailed account of the activities of, well, clearly bandits. You can tell immediately, including their plans to raid and pillage various settlements and caravans. As you're skimming through, you notice several entries that catch your attention. One describes a recent raid on a small village near the vast swamp. They were disappointed with the meager loot they found, but one of them discovered an old map hidden in the bottom of a trunk. The map apparently leads to an ancient ruin or tomb hidden deep in the swamp, and they were eager to explore it and find whatever treasure it could contain. Another entry mentions them discovering the ruins of an old town, which they seem to think was some place called El Remar. They were hoping it would contain lost treasure, but they didn't find anything of value. Nevertheless, they've taken to using El Remar as their base of operations, since it's close enough to Thunderway that they can reach it with ease, but far enough that most of the, and I quote, stupid dragons, quote, don't know about it. The last entry mentions a strange encounter they had with a hooded figure in the swamp. The author isn't sure whether the figure was a man or a woman, but they were hired to steal a specific book from a courier that was intended to be traveling through deserts soon. That was 2 days before the ambush.
I found something here, Kale.
Yeah? What have you got?
I'm afraid it doesn't look too highly upon you and your ilk, but one of the fools involved in the kidnapping has left behind evidence. And I'll hand over the journal.
Yeah,
give a summary.
He'll start reading it while, or skimming through it at least. Do you want to do any other looking around while you're here?
Yeah, check out the horse itself and the pack.
Sure. Go ahead and make another investigation check for me. So in the pack, you find there's a potion, slightly reddish in tinge. There's a basic book of alchemy, which has the recipe for a healing potion marked in it, along with several others. They're all atypical. They use ingredients native to the vast swamp. Can you make a perception check for me?
Sure. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19.
it's super clear to you that somebody was skimming through this book very fast, basically trying to decide if it was important. There's another book in there on the local flora and fauna of the vast swamp, and again, it looks like it's been manhandled, like they were skimming through it. Clearly not the book they were looking for. There's also several herbs and spices native to the swamp, and a letter that's been crumpled up and discarded.
Ooh, what? Can I uncrumple the letter?
Absolutely, you can uncrumple the letter. Let me... I didn't make a handout for this, but here is the letter for you.
Let's see. Master Vainrance, hope this letter finds you well. Been some time since we last spoke, but I found something that I believe will interest you. As you know, I've been studying alchemy and the art of potions under your tutelage. During my studies, I came across an old book in my father's library that may contain valuable information. Ooh. So I have 2 books, possibly not the one they wanted. Old grievances being stirred up again. I didn't actually ask much about. Okay, I'll like comment. Well, no, he. This is just a courier, not the person who's like actually sending the script. Duh.
Right.
I found a letter from Erevan.
Maybe the originator of the message to Vinerance?
It seems to be the case. It talks about several books that would be sent along. It also mentions his old grievances that could be stirred up.
Huh. Interesting.
If the bandits were hired specifically to target this courier, then those grievances may be the ones that we're dealing with.
Could be, or could be unrelated. He mentioned it's keeping him from Cormyr.
We just don't know enough yet.
Indeed. Maybe we'll
Okay,
find out. We keep looking, though.
I will take the books, take the potion. Might as well take the herbs.
Yeah, sure. It's about
Evidence.
yeah. Just put a mark on your sheet for herbs and spices native to the vast swamp. If you make if you want to make a medicine check for the potion and another one for the horse, you can do both of those separately. Since you said you wanted to inspect the horse a little.
Yeah, I did. Not as familiar with horses as I am with potions.
So the first one's for the potion?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you recognize this potion as... Well, it's not a healing potion right now, but it could become one. But it needs an infusion of magic.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not much. Not much. Just a little bit of magic in there will turn this into a potion of healing. You're pretty sure you could make that happen with just an hour of downtime, maybe. Basically, somebody's already done the work. They just didn't complete the magical ritual to finalize it. The horse itself, well, it's been shot with arrows many times. That's about all you get.
This horse appears to have been peppered with arrows. Not how I usually enjoy my horses.
Hey, what's this, Elrimar? I don't recognize it.
Yeah, they talked about that. Do I know anything about an Elrimar?
Make a history check if you would. Intelligence history check. You do not.
I'm not familiar with it.
Hmm.
It's bound to be something local, then.
Would have to be very local. I know most of this area pretty well.
Perhaps
Right,
from further back in history.
maybe so. They didn't try to cover their trail very well. We could probably follow it.
They were certainly in a hurry. They left behind the journal.
Maybe they took something more valuable. I suspect your Master Vainrans would want whatever they took back. Shall we try and get it?
Well, it's your play. I'll go where you wish.
Can't leave bandits on the road, can we?
Certainly not.
Anything else you need to look at here?
Let's see. I looked at the ditch. I looked at the horse. There's just like the tracks and stuff, but that's what we'll be following, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I think I'm done.
Cool. Then he will guide you away, following the tracks. It's only another maybe 2 hours off the road where you're following their tracks that you find a campsite where they clearly rested for the night previous. It's only 2 days old now. They clearly weren't in a hurry, actually, nor did they seem expect to be followed, since they did nothing to conceal the campsite. Starting to get late. We might want to pitch our own tents here.
A convenient campsite.
Indeed. Wonder if they left any clues behind. I'll look over here by the fire.
Yeah, give it the old investigation.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check. You actually do find there's a log nearby where they were clearly sitting, and dropped in the mud there, you find a scrap of cloth that's been dropped in the ground. It's a little muddy, but as you pick it up, you realize very quickly that this is a map of Cormyr. It's crudely drawn, but it's clearly Eastern Cormyr. You can see Thunderstone, you can see Bezrit, you can see the vast swamp.
Well, let's
all of
make it a
that's
little
in
less
black,
muddy.
but yeah, go ahead and I assume prestidigitation is what you're doing?
Yeah, clean it up.
Yeah. As you do, you see two other things. Number one, just north of Bezrit, there's a red circle on the map. It's about the site where they ambushed the guy. The second thing that's on there is a little X in the north edge of the vast swamp. Little place on the map labeled El Remar.
Well, I've found the El Ramah.
Oh, yeah? Figured out where it is?
Whoever hired these bandits did not get their money's worth. And I'll wave the map at him.
He'll take a look
They
and
left
just
behind a map,
chuckle.
not only detailing where they were striking the courier, but where they were hiding out.
Not very bright then. Well,
Were I a more suspicious man, I'd suspect there's some sort of intricate setup.
a lot of a setup for some random knight and his friend.
It really would be, wouldn't it? Thank goodness I'm not a more suspicious man.
Maybe they're just idiots.
They could be that.
Kale is
Well
going to
then.
start prepping his tent for the night.
I will take an hour to infuse a potion with some magic.
That's a good idea. Go ahead and put a regular healing potion on your sheet.
It's interesting how much we call it healing potions, but they're potions
Potions
of
of
healing.
healing. Yeah.
Said greater, right?
No. Just the regular one.
Ah, darn.
Hold on, I gotta go beat my dog up. Be right back.
But he's so cute.
He's also getting into all manner of things he's not supposed to.
I mean, that's what puppies do.
Yeah,
He's getting big.
he's getting huge. All right. When you wake up the next morning, the rain has finally stopped. And you guys set out to continue following the rather obvious trail, although you could get ahead of them maybe if you went straight towards Al-Ramar, but you don't know when they're going back there. Might be better to keep following the trail.
Yeah, that's what I would agree with.
Mm-hmm. Can you do me a favor and make me a Constitution check?
Oh boy.
Good. Kale sets a pretty hard pace this day. He's clearly trying to catch them, and thinks that if you guys move quick enough, you'll be able to. And you managed to keep up with him despite that. Still, it's not until the sun starts to set over the vast swamp that you spot a campsite in the distance. The flicker of fire visible through the trees. As you draw closer, you hear the sound of laughter and raucous conversation. Seems the bandits you've been tracking are still here, perhaps unaware that you're on their trail. As you approach the campsite, you can see that they are still there, gathered around a fire, cooking something that smells foul. They seem to be in high spirits, drinking and celebrating their recent success. One of them is playing a tune on a battered lute while the others sing along. As you draw nearer, you can see several rough-looking individuals. They're passing around a bottle, slapping each other on the back, obviously convinced that they're safe and sound here in the middle of the swamp. They haven't noticed you yet, but it's only a matter of time. Can you make a stealth check for me? Not bad. You and Kale have snuck up on the bandits. Shall we go to initiative?
I feel like I need to point out that I need to roll that again for stealth. I am wearing scale mail.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I just went to check.
Yep. You are correct. Still a 13. Seems fine.
Yeah.
You forgot, by the way, that you can just click on the plus to the right, or the plus and minus on that to give it disadvantage in the future on the roll itself instead of re-rolling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. On the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I got to get used to that.
That's okay.
Cool. Well, we got the drop on him. Excellent. Is the, courier here?
No.
Because he's missing, right?
Yes.
We didn't find his body.
You did not.
That's not good. Well.
Would you like to roll initiative?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Kale as quietly as I can. Are we disabling or striking down?
As far as I'm concerned, they're enemies of the crown.
Okay, now I would like to roll initiative.
Remember, click on your token, right-click on your token, and there's a toggle combat state. Looks like 2 cross swords and a shield.
That did that do it?
Adds you to the initiative, and then you can pull up the initiative tracker.
How fun!
Mm-hmm.
Not as fun. Guess a real wizard would like to go last.
That depends on the wizard. Some like to go first, some like to go last. Seems your conversation has drawn their attention because one of the bandits looks up towards you, no longer surprised, and nudges his buddy and points in your general direction, also no longer surprised. Kale draws his sword. Kale's going to start with his longbow and take a shot at the nearest of them. He does have advantage. If I can remember how to roll with advantage. I can't. Oh well. Nevertheless, a 20 hits. Eight piercing. Kale immediately drops his sword, drops his bow, and pulls out his sword and starts moving in towards them. I think he'll go to here. You're up.
Well, that wasn't too bad after all, actually.
The northern two are still surprised.
Okay. I guess I'll follow Kale's example and start off with a range attack while drawing my bastard sword. Eldritch Blast on this north fellow here.
Sure, go for it. Nothing. 19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, you forgot to roll with advantage. Go ahead and click the advantage on that.
Just in case.
Just in case it's a 20. It's not.
No, didn't.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Pitiful damage.
All right.
I'll move up over here next to this bush with my bastard sword out. And that is my turn.
The bandit you've both attacked kind of staggers a little and looks around confused. And the other one looks up and says, "Oh, shit! It's the fucking dragon guys." This bandit stands and pulls out a crossbow and takes aim at Kale. His shot just goes completely wide off into the trees. At least he's no longer sitting. This guy also stands and draws his scimitar and charges towards you. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Alrighty. I wish I knew why. One moment. For some reason, the chat doesn't like to stay scrolled down on the observer. All right. Kale is up. Kale's just going to take a swing at this guy right here. He's actually going to stand next to you while he does it, by the way. Ooh, critical fail. Kale swings at the bandit, but he manages to get his scimitar in the way to block it. Not great. You're up.
Okay. I would like to also attack this bandit here.
Okay.
How do I versatile it? Will it ask me when I click it?
I believe when you go to click damage, it's just an alternative damage option.
Okay.
Let me hold on. Let me look. Go ahead and click.
12 hit?
Yes, 12 just hits. That is their AC. Go ahead and click damage. I think it'll roll it. It didn't. That's weird. One moment. Let me fix that. Can you roll an attack with that weapon again? Still not an option. How do we make it versatile?
Now it's not. Oh, that's weird. Now it's showing 1d8 plus 4 plus 1d10 plus 4 as the damage.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No. The weird thing is that there is definitely a versatile option. It's probably something in the way this is set up is not correct. Go ahead and just roll 1d. Just roll the damage manually. 1d10 plus your mod. Which is 4, I believe. 7 damage.
And I will quip. That's not how you hit them. This is how you hit them. As I strike into the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn. Oh, he's bloodied.
Yes, he is.
Uh-oh.
This guy, who is also bloodied, staggers to his feet and draws his own curved blade as he charges towards Kale. He manages to get under Kale's defense. Ooh, 7 damage to Kale. Yeah. This next bandit moves this way and pulls out his crossbow and takes aim at Kale. He misses. Kale manages to just duck under, and it swings by your face, nearly hitting you. Close call. This bandit has decided he's just going to stick with his crossbow because it is much more effective than anything else he could do right now. He shoots at you and misses again. Finally, this last bandit, he is going to swing at you, but Kale is going to give him disadvantage on that roll.
Nice.
As he tries to get his weapon in the way. He does, in fact, turn an 18 to a 6. He manages to get his blade in between you and the attacker. All right. Then he tries to riposte that. Slashes back across at the guy. A 9 misses. You're up.
Okay. I am going to draw my hand along the blade of my sword and cause green fire to erupt along it.
Green Flame Blade?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, do it.
Do I... This is just... Okay. Whoop, what the... Oh, that's weird. Why is it a effect?
Nothing, I pushed fire spell sound.
No, that's cool. I got a circle to put down?
Oh, that's your target. Oh, yeah, because it's 5 feet around you. That's why.
Oh, well, it clearly hits the other guy.
I mean, it's 5 feet around you, but it does anyways because it first you have to make your attack roll.
It's 5 feet within the Crete target.
That's the second part. The circle is for the actual spell itself, which is the range around you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're fine. Just go ahead and make your attack roll.
I've never gotten to use it before, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. Oh.
So go ahead and roll your regular damage.
Which is what, 2d10 plus?
It'll automatically do it when you click damage. Oh yeah, you're right. It won't because bastards are.
It
So yeah,
won't
2d10 plus 4.
Because you only do modifier once, right? It's just the dice that's double.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the way Green Flame Blade works, so that's 14 damage to the first guy. I'm pretty sure it doubles the damage on that too. So go ahead and click the damage on your Green Flame Blade. And then
That's
wait, what?
Not right.
That is super not right. What?
Why is none of these set up right?
I don't know. Let me go look at your Green Flame Blade.
It's got versatile on there for some reason.
Details. Oh, it's just mod. Wait, is it just your ability mod damage at first?
Second creature takes fire damage equal to your ability mod.
Okay, so it's just 4 damage for now. I fixed it so that it'll be correct. I don't know what's going on with these. I'll look into that later.
Does that not get doubled then?
So, no, it does not. So he takes 4. So he takes 4, but this guy takes 14. And is dead.
Ah.
Yeah, so fire leaps off of your blade, engulfs this poor man, and then leaps to his partner, who is now burning and screaming with fire.
And I'll say, it's not too late to surrender, unless you want to end up like him. And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Let's see here. This is, in fact, the guy that's right next to you, who's up next. He is going to try desperately to attack. Yeah, no, Kale's ready for him. Their blades meet a couple times, but Kale manages to deflect all of it. His friend looks a little horrified up here. Why are there fireworks tonight? It's March 4th.
They're a few months early?
I guess. 21 hits Kale.
Oh no.
Kale takes 6 piercing damage. You can see as the crossbow bolt is sticking out of him, he's looking a little bloody. All right, and this last bandit is going to try shooting at you. 7 completely misses.
I just swap it out of the air with my sword.
Yeah. Kale is up. He, let's see here. He is going to let out a rallying cry for Cormyr! He heals 11 hit points.
Nice.
You haven't lost any hit points, right?
Correct.
Well, you would heal too, but you haven't lost anything, so you don't heal. And then he is going to take another swing with his longsword at this guy in front of him. Cleaves the man nearly in two.
Oh.
You get the one to the south, I've got this one, and then rushes off.
Of course, you give me the one that's further away. Is the bush difficult terrain? It's a wall. Okay. That's not what I want to... Okay. No. What? Oh, it's not my turn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not your turn. It should be. Now it is.
I was very confused. There were several things that were telling me that it wasn't.
There you go.
Okay. It's not. Okay. Stop moving. Okay. God damn it.
Hold on. Let me reset your movement.
How do I...
What are you trying to do?
How do I move and turn? Is it space bars?
It's right click while moving, or in your case, left click,
Okay.
I think.
Why do you let go?
But you don't need to do it that way. You can just keep doing this because it'll track the whole of your movement.
Whatever. I was trying to... I think I lost some feet, but it's fine. Whatever.
Would you like me to reset your movement?
Yeah. I don't know why it's like... Okay. I can try to move.
You can use spacebar, by the way.
Why does it let go? Okay, what's wrong with my mouse? Is it my mouse?
It's gotta be your mouse, because... Let me reset you again. Or are you good?
I'm fine. It's fine. Anyways, I'm going to charge up this guy and smack him in the face with sword.
Good choice. Good choice. $23 hits.
Oh!
What the fuck? Max damage. Holy shit. Can you describe your kill, please?
I want to, like, snap right into his... he had a crossbow or a...
Yeah, he was using a crossbow.
Short bow. Well, I guess you can't really, like, dramatically snap the crossbow in half.
Absolutely you can. It's wood. It's a wooden crossbow.
Smash right through it and into his hand and just cut it off as he bleeds out.
And he screams in pain as he falls to the ground and begins bleeding out.
Oof, you might want to get that checked. This one's handled.
All right. This guy quickly throws his crossbow aside and draws his scimitar now that Kale is closed on him. He tries to attack back. Kale just batters him out of the way. And... I don't know why my thing keeps closing. Hefts his longsword, slashes at the guy, misses. They're now kind of in a back and forth. You're up.
Okay. Okay, what? Mouse, why you do this?
I think there's something wrong with your mouse, because...
I think there is, yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, I think that's just my speed. I might have gone over. I don't know.
There's
Anyways,
no way.
I can't reach him, so... What? Really?
Oh, you're right. You went...
Yeah, a little bit over, so...
Yeah, okay.
I'll move back here. There you go. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the dude.
Okay.
Take a hand off of my mighty bastard sword and zappy zappy. Not very effectively, but zappy zappy.
Yeah, your blast flies off into the night, misses.
We'll just ignore that then.
He sure will. Bandit manages to get in under Kale's defense and pierces just the side of his armor. Kale just grunts a little, doesn't do a lot to him. And once again, Kale tries to batter the guy with his sword. Completely whiffs. Just buries the tip of his blade in the ground. You're up.
That's not how you handle the tip of your blade, my friend. Though there are better places to bury it than in the middle of a bandit's camp near the vast swamp. Run up behind and double hand this bandit.
Alrighty.
Oh,
23
I was
hits.
gonna land on a 7.
Damage, yeah. You slash across the man's shoulder and deep into him. He screams in pain, clearly bloodied. He whirls around at you, trying to slash at you one last time. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
You manage to deflect it with your blade. With him distracted, Kale takes another swing. Critical hit. Kale cuts the man's head off.
Well, he won't be answering any questions.
Suppose not. Don't look like any of them will. Well done. Maybe we search the bodies, see if they've got anything.
A sound plan. Let's do it. While he's searching up there, I'll go down and search these ones.
Yeah. Let's see. You find 6 silver florins, 16 copper thumbs. He finds another 15 silver florins and another 15 silver florins. So 36 silver florins and 15 copper thumbs. 16 copper thumbs to split. And another journal. Well, another book anyways.
Oh, these are quite well-read bandits. Very eloquent.
Kale will give you 18 of the silver florins and 8 of the copper thumbs, just splitting that evenly down the middle.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
then he'll offer the book to you, because the fuck does he know about books?
Yeah, thumb through it, see what it is.
Actually, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, just opening the book, you can tell there's actually a compulsion against opening it. You managed to power through it. You managed to open it despite that compulsion. But that's odd. And as you skim over the pages, you can't... There are words there. You're sure there are words there. But it's not that they're written in a different language, it's that your brain refuses to process them.
Intriguing.
Is this maybe what was meant for your Vainrants?
It would certainly meet the standards of Vanrint. I can't make heads or tails of it. I can see that there are words, but the meanings fly out of my head.
Hmm.
Even attempting to open it created a compulsion against doing so.
Oh, kill you. Well, and he holds out a ring towards you. Found this on one of them, too. You recognize it as a ring of the royal couriers.
Hmm. These were definitely the ones that took the courier's belongings, but where, then, is our courier?
He kind of motions towards the fire. You don't suppose...
I'm gonna investigate the fire.
Make an investigation check. It could be human meat. It really could be human meat.
Is there more clothing around than, like, that would account for these people? Perhaps, like, livery that
Make a perception check. Maybe? Maybe.
Let's just say I don't suggest finishing their meal.
I did put that ring on your sheet.
Okay, thank you.
That's disgusting.
What horrid savages.
Absolutely disgusting.
No wonder it smelled so distasteful.
I thought maybe we camp here, but let's go back the way we came a little bit before we pitch our own tent.
I would agree with that.
Ugh, gross. And the two of you just walk away.
If I didn't have a 14 constitution, I'd be yarfing all over the place.
You find a place not far from there to put your own campsite together, spend the night. As you're sitting by the fire, debating whether to have dinner now at all, Kale kind of looks up at you and says, "Courier's ring? Courier's message? Shall we finish this one? Get it to its destination?"
We certainly could.
You know where his tower is?
Vein rants?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I... Is it near here?
You know, it's not too far away. It's he lives near the Golden Ruins, so it's maybe 2 more days from here. You'll have to basically backtrack through the desert and then south through Gars and then towards the Golden Ruins, but it's not that far. You could probably make it to Gars tomorrow and then to his tower the next day.
I do. It wouldn't be too long of a journey. But what about this, I forgot, where did I write
El
it down?
Ramar.
El Ramar.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, our mission is the courier. We can take the information back to my captain and have him decide what to do about it.
I suppose there is something to be said for the chain of command.
Not to mention, this is 4 bandits. Who knows how many more there.
Wise as ever, Kale. Let us return, then.
Just have Very good sense of surviving.
As I said, wise as ever. The most important thing is surviving. If you're alive, you always have the chance to recover whatever you've lost.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing to lose is your own life.
Fair enough. You guys settle in for the evening.
Cool.
You can take a short rest if you would like to.
I would. I don't think I actually need one. I have 4 hit points. I can't get any spells back.
Yeah, you didn't spend any there.
Even if I'd spent one, I wouldn't get any back.
Yeah, you do. You're a
Oh, well, I
warlock.
guess I would because it's a warlock. Yeah. I got to get used to. I'm trying to get used to the extended
Yeah. But you're a warlock.
thing.
You especially benefit from.
Yeah. I could have used a bit more high intense stuff, but it's with this grittier system. You got to be careful.
True.
Can't just blow my load at the first sign of bandits.
True. Well, you can, just only your short rest load, not your long rest load.
Oh, I should actually, to be completely accurate here, overburden myself. Books are so freaking heavy. There we go.
If you need Kale to carry something, he can.
So would it be like Book of Alchemy of the Vast
Yeah.
Swamp? Because it had a bunch of like weird
Book
local.
of Vast Swamp Alchemy.
And the other one was Local Flora to the Vast Swamp.
Yep, flora and fauna. Local to the Vast Swamp.
I'm going to be an expert on the Vast Swamp at the end of this.
I mean, it's a nearby area. Being an expert is not a bad idea.
That's true. So yeah, we'll take a rest. We'll start headed off, and nothing bad will happen as we try to get to Vagrants.
Definitely. I'm sure of that. Yeah. The next day does pass largely uneventful, though it does start raining again because winter in Cormyr is a lot of rain frequently. Not a heavy rain, though, just a light patter. Where did my notes go? I love this. There it is. You make your way to Gars and to a small tavern there. It's such a small community, Gars. Just basically a single intersection of homes with some farms outlying nearby. Small tavern where basically no one ever stays. And the only private room there Kale purchases for the two of you. It does have 2 beds, but it's cramped. It's modest. It's a small table. Tomorrow, you will reach Vaynrance's tower in the conclusion of your adventure. At least until you travel home. The oil lamp on the table flickers dimly, casting shadows on the walls. You're both fast asleep when suddenly you're jolted awake by the sound of Kale shouting your name. As your eyes snap open, you see a flash of steel and you instinctively dodge to the side just in time to avoid a knife that would have surely taken your throat. You quickly take in your surroundings, realizing that the room is now occupied by 2 figures dressed in dark clothing, their faces obscured by masks. The air is thick with the smell of sweat and steel, and the room is too small for you to maneuver effectively. The intruders look at you with cold and menacing eyes, and you can sense that they're not here for a friendly chat. With weapons drawn and malice in their hearts, the assassins move in for the kills. Roll initiative.
Oh boy, what a flammable room I'm in. Oh, got me some hot dice tonight.
That was terrible noise. Ugh. This entire sound pad is terrible. Hold on. That'll do. All right. You are no longer surprised. You are, however, currently prone in your bed.
Yes, and unarmed.
And unarmed. All right. Do you sleep in your armor, by the way?
No, I am not an armor sleeper.
Okay, go ahead and unequip your
So I
armor
could
then.
probably get away with it with my constitution, but anyways,
You probably could. It's the kind of thing you probably do when you're on the trail, but not when you're sleeping in an inn, you know?
Right, like I'm in a city, I'm with my buddy. I'm not like
Yeah.
thinking I'm in danger, even though it probably would have been a smart thing to think about.
Yep.
Although I will be from now on. Only got to teach me once. I'm going to use half my movement to get to my feet.
All right. You are no longer prone.
I'm going to attempt to grab my sword.
Yeah, it's right there. You can pick it up. No problem.
I'm just looking at a house rule real quick here about assessing. Oh, it's an action. Okay.
Yep.
Darn. That makes sense, but darn.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack this one.
Okay.
With
He's
a
the one that
green
tried to
flame
knife
blade.
you.
Yeah.
Go
So
for
it's
it.
only fair, right?
Yep.
Where am I supposed to be placing the effect from
Just
green flame? On the
just
target?
don't. Just don't. Just hit escape. There's a checkbox for it when you do cast it that you could just choose not to place it at all.
It's weird. Oh,
Yeah,
where did my...
I'll just disable it.
Hold on. I like it for other spells. It's weird for that
It's weird
spell.
for that spell, yeah. There.
It's an 18 hit.
Absolutely hits.
Oh, is that why they got the little triangles on them? Because I did that.
No. I don't even see what triangles you're talking about.
Because I got like pulsy triangles on myself and the enemies. Oh, now it's just on that guy. Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's the targeting thing.
Oh.
So I just targeted him for you.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways. Roll damage.
Oh my god. What? Sorry, I like have a the hover over text is stuck on my mouse for some reason. It's really strange. Anyways.
Weird. 6 damage
6
to this
damage
guy.
to that one and 4 to the other one.
You should be able to push damage on that now. On Green Flame Blade now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oops. Yeah, that worked. Okay. And then I can apply there. Cool. Yeah. Yet again, fire leaps from your blade and strikes your enemy and then dances across to the other one. They both make noises of pain and unhappiness at that. All right. Why is the combat...
It says it's not started yet.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Let's see. Which Night Mask is this? Oh, the one attacking you. And let's see here. He tries to step underneath your blade and attack you with his dagger, but a 6 misses. You manage to completely deflect it away. Kale, meanwhile, tries to run his own through with his longsword. 12. Misses. Just misses. The would-be assassin ducks under his attack. And in return, tries to stab at Kale. 20 hits. Manages to get his dagger onto Kale. Doesn't seem to do much. Kale is unarmored as well, but he's made of sturdy stuff. You gotta be to be a knight, you know. You're up.
Okay, second verse, same as the first.
"13 just hits. That is their AC. That's
So
a good
10
hit.
on this one again, and then 4 again as the
Yeah.
fire leaps to the other one.
Both of them real bloodied from the fire.
You should have chosen your targets a bit more carefully. And then that's my turn.
This guy is going to jab at you with his knife again, but he looks over his shoulder concernedly. He does manage to hit.
I would like to use my reaction.
Okay, what does that make your AC?
Well, what I would like to do, it makes it into 16. Yeah, I'm using the bastard sword reaction.
But sorry, yeah, okay. He hits AC 23.
Okay, well, see, I knew I should have done the other thing. Okay.
You take 8 points of damage as his blade finds your clavicle.
Not my clavicle, I need that.
And then she tries to back away and dive back out the window.
Damn it, disengaging son of a poopity poop.
I didn't say she disengaged.
Oh, well, I'd like to attack of opportunity, if I get one.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, you already used your reaction, so no.
Oh, you're right, I did. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have meant it anyway, so yeah, you're right. I'm reactionless.
Hale is not, however. He will take his. Oops, I forgot to mark him no longer prone. He will take his as well as she tries to dip past him. He misses. And she is out the window. Hale curses. Damn it! Moves here to just get a better angle. Swings. 14 hits. Only 3 damage, though. He manages to clock this figure with the flat of his blade. Corthyndahast, can you stop them? This one, realizing that they are not in a great place, takes another swing at Kale, misses, and turns to run as well. Kale will make one last swing at them using the newly gained reaction since he just had his turn. He does hit. 6 damage. He manages to knock this one unconscious.
Nice.
All right. Which means that they are not imperiled. All right. And you're up.
I'm going to run over to the window here.
Mm-hmm.
And I see them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Are we on the first floor?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, that's.
Also, there are other buildings. If they get into the alley, they're probably just gone.
Right.
AKA, this is your only chance.
How flammable do the buildings look?
They're stone.
Oh, see, that's hardly flammable at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. They're pretty like wounded though, right?
Quite.
Oof. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay. "24 hits."
I might be too conservative with my spells with this whole like
I could tell for sure you are
system,
being too
but
conservative. Nevertheless, how would you like to do this?
laser beam through the head.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your beam takes them straight through the head and they collapse to the ground. Headless. You are definitely being too conservative with your warlock spell.
Yeah. I'm just,
You should try to use your warlock
yeah.
spell in every encounter. Your other spells, be conservative. But your warlock spell, every encounter.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've warlocked.
Especially when you know you're going to get a short rest because you are literally here for the night.
I think the last time I warlocked was that very first Caesarea
Yep,
with the
I think you're right.
shovel.
Yep.
I'm gonna like collapse against the wall over here. Oh,
Ugh. You all right?
I'll be. Well, I've been better. I'll be fine.
Rub some mud in it. And he is going to use his rallying cry. Maybe. Hello? It does too
Okay,
have a
Kelwyn.
use. Why are you being... There we go. You gain 5 hit points.
Yeah, that'll do me.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll climb out the window undignifiedly and
Loot the
investigate
corpse.
that assassin out there.
Yeah. You find on the one that was running, there is a small amulet around their throat. It looks like a gem with a masked eyeball.
Interesting.
Hanging around their neck. Otherwise, they just have knives and they have leather armor. Nothing else.
Have I seen anything like it before?
Make either an Arcana check or a history check. Arcana. You do recognize this. This is a Mind Star. It is a magical item used by the thieves from Westgate, known as the Night Masks. Yeah.
I'll bring it back inside with me to Kale. Well, our friends here seem to be from Westgate.
Night Masks. Awfully far from
Just
home.
so.
They must have been sent for the book.
Must have.
It seems our would-be assailant has decided to spend more money on better bandits.
They certainly are a step above. Hopefully not cannibals as well. This has been a blooding endeavor, Kale.
Seems so.
Is that one alive?
Yeah, think so.
Do you have any rope?
Of course.
Then we have something more to show from all this than just a stab to the gut.
Do we?
A prisoner?
Could just execute him if you want.
We could, or we could turn them over to vengeance.
You think he'll do something interesting with him?
Something interesting is what war wizards do, my friend.
Huh. Right then.
Besides, then he has to do the paperwork instead of us.
Now that I'm in for. Fuck. Night masks. What have we gotten into?
Cannibals, then night masks, a missing courier. Certainly isn't anything dull.
Whatever that book is, must be important.
I'm gonna try to open it again.
Sure, make another wisdom check. Wisdom saving throw, rather.
Because I am quite curious. Oh, nope. Not tonight.
You distinctly recall thinking to yourself, I want to look at the book. And yet, the next time you remember thinking about the book, you are lying in bed on your back, staring up at the ceiling, thinking to yourself, wait, wasn't I going to open that book? It's still in your pack. You never even pulled it out.
Gotta love magic. Well, then I would like to finish my rest.
Yep, you can take another short rest if you would like.
I will use a hit die.
If I can, let's see here, short rest, boom. Kale will tie up your prisoner. Make sure they don't have anything dangerous on them. Sleep with his boot on their neck. The next morning, you two wake. Start dressing. Your prisoner is uncomfortable, but alive. And you two, I presume, set off on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Alrighty. It is not quite a day from Gar's to Vaynrance's tower. As you approach the golden ruins, you can see his towers.
While we're on our way, I'd like to charm the prisoner.
Sure. DC 14. So what are you saying?
There's no reason for us to be so angry with each other. I don't blame you for your attack on us. You were just doing a job, after all. I am curious, though, as to who hired you.
Are you? Well, I'm sure you will remain curious for a very long time to come. Of course, if you released me, I might be willing to tell you.
There's no way to tell if the charm worked, is it?
Insight check is about all you got.
Well, I am trained in insight. I'm not a good roller at it, though.
An 8. They seem... Well, they seem to be in a bit of a bad mood, but that's all you can figure out. And, that could just be because you've got a rope around their wrists and are dragging them along like a dog.
Yeah. Well, laws being what they are, I will have to turn you over. But my word does carry some weight. After you've given a report, I could see to it that you're allowed to be released.
Really? I try to assassinate you, and you'll just see to it that I'm allowed to be released back into the wild. You expect me to believe that?
I am alive. You didn't do a very good job of assassinating me. Therefore, why should I hold a grudge?
Because you're a magic user, and all magic users hold grudges. It's what you're good at.
Whatever lets me keep living is the most important thing. I would think you would be interested in what keeps you living as well.
Oh, I'm very interested. I'm just fairly certain that you're not going to get the answers you want. And so nothing I say matters.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll continue on. I'm not going to risk letting him go.
Fair enough. As you approach the golden ruins, you see Vainrance's tower standing tall on a small hill. The tower was built of the same yellow stone as the ruins, giving the impression that it is part of the ancient complex. It's not particularly tall, but it is wide and imposing, and you can see arrow slits and other defensive features suggesting that Vainrance has had trouble in the past. The tower itself is in good condition, with no obvious signs of damage. As you draw near, you see a well-tended garden around the base of the tower. The path leading to the door is lined with flowers and herbs. You can see a stable behind the tower, and you hear the sounds of chickens and other farm animals nearby. It seems that Vainrance has built a comfortable home for himself here, while still being prepared for trouble. Vainrance opens his door for you, and as you enter the tower, you find yourself in a small room that seems to serve as a receiving area. The walls are adorned with tapestries and paintings depicting scenes from Cormyrian history, and there are several comfortable-looking couches arranged around a low table. There are no windows in this room, and the only source of light comes from a softly glowing orb suspended from the ceiling. The air smells faintly of sandalwood and some other exotic spice. A door on the opposite side of the room leads further into the tower, but Vainrance encourages you to sit. Welcome, Corthyndahast and Sir Knight. I trust you've found my belongings.
We have found quite a bit.
So it would
seem. Not a little amount of mystery.
And who's this? Motioning to the would-be assassin.
I look over at Kale, since he's the one, it's his mission. Don't want
Well,
take
This
all the
one would
fun.
be an assassin who tried to kill us last night when we slept in Gaz. Thought we'd bring him to you and let you do what you want with him. Rainrance just kind of nods his head. Very well. I discharge you from your duty of keeping him. Reaches up, touches the assassin on the forehead, and says one word, and they vanish from sight. Well, with that out of the way, please sit. Would you like some tea?
That would be lovely, thank you.
Of course, of course. And he motions you to take a seat on the couch. Heads out through one of the doors. Returns a few minutes later with a tea service. Begins serving tea. So, what have you brought me?
I will, lay out, all the. Well, I'll say there were several books that the courier was bringing. I believe this one was the one of your interest, and hand over the wisdom book.
Yeah, and he'll
as
take
well
it
as
from you.
The letter.
Mm-hmm. He'll take the book from you, and then the letter. He reads over the letter carefully for a moment, nods his head, and then opens the book and thumbs through it, and you realize he has no trouble opening this book. None whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way his eyes are skimming over the pages, you're fairly sure he can read it, too. Seems whatever compulsion was on the book does not apply to him. Interesting. This contains knowledge of a part of Cormyr's past best forgotten. Your little friend that you brought me is definitely connected. And whomever hired both the bandits that killed our courier and them is likely powerful. The book will be safe with me, but by some happenstance. Well, do you know the Seasilver family?
Do I know?
Of
one
course
of the
you
top
do.
3?
Of course you do.
No, I mean that was Corthyn's actual
Oh,
spot in character.
got it. I had to ask.
Do I know one of the top 3 families in the country?
I had
I
to
may
ask.
have heard of them.
Who knows what you've been taught? Anyhow, Haldar Huntsilver, one of the higher-ranking members of the family, recently asked me about a magical hunting horn, which is related to this same incident that's best forgotten. I find that a peculiar coincidence, and, well, suffice to say, I am not one to believe in coincidence in general. I'm not sure what's exactly happening, but I did just conclude my investigation into the artifact. I wonder if you would be so kind as to make the trip back to Thunderstone and escort Lord Huntsilver's information to him.
I was headed back there anyways, so yes, certainly.
And while you're there, see if you can find out why he was asking about the item. It's very peculiar. Oh, and Corthyndahast.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be diplomatic when dealing with a nobleman.
He will smile and steeple his fingers and say, I will be as diplomatic as it remains within me to be so.
Dear gods, we're all doomed. And he hands you a folio, along with a pouch that clinks merrily of coins. The gold is for you. The folio is for Huntsilver. You are welcome to enjoy your repast here for an hour or so, and then be on your way if you would.
Certainly. Thank you.
It is 25 golden lions he just handed you.
Whew. And then the information for Hunt Silver.
Yeah, just a folio of documents for Hunt Silver. It is sealed. You might want to not open that. I mean, you can. It's up to you.
No. I'll carry it sealed, and then I just need to note that Vainrance wants me to find out why he wanted the information.
Yep.
Diplomatically.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Corthynd just strides in, drops it on the table. So what'd you want this for?
All right. So you guys start heading back?
Yeah. I'll ask Kale, what should we do with the rest of the things the courier was taking?
Oh, well, I suppose it's yours now. I haven't got much use for it.
Well, I won't say no to more knowledge.
Indeed. Although, that amulet, you know what it does?
The ring or the amulet from the
Amulet.
assassins?
The amulet.
You know, I don't. I didn't even consider that it might not be just an amulet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You didn't consider
I'm
that
a
any of it might be.
I'm a terrible wizard.
Do you even have detect magic?
I do not.
Oh. Betcha Vainrance does.
While we're walking away from the tower, I sigh, put my head in my hand, and turn around back towards the tower. You could have mentioned that on the way in.
Well, you're the wizard.
I am the wizard, which why it makes this all the more embarrassing.
Oh. Right.
I'm going to gonna go to Vainrance and knock on the door.
Vainrance opens the door. Did you forget something?
I wonder if I might ask a favor of you in in determining whether some things are magical or not.
Of course, what have you got?
I'll show the books and the amulet.
Anything else?
Do I know the ring?
You know that it is a ring.
Okay. Because I don't know if I'm supposed to know the things that it shows on my sheet or not.
Is it showing things? Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Boo.
why I'm asking.
I need to fix that. You do not know what the ring does.
Okay, well, I'll also show the ring.
Uh-huh. And he will point to both the ring and the amulet and say that they are both magical. All right, I know how to fix that for next time.
I wasn't sure, so that's why I made sure.
Yeah. He'll just tell you what the ring does, which now you can see what it is. The amulet, he thinks it has something to do with enhancing your perception, but he's not sure.
We found that on the assassins.
It would cost you 5 gold to find out what the amulet actually does.
Easy come, easy go.
You gonna spend it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You spend the 5 lions and find out that it twice per day grants you advantage on 1 perception check as a reaction.
Oh, damn. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get that as an item or?
Yeah, I don't have it set up, but I will get it for you.
Cool. Okay. Then I'll thank him and assure him that this time I won't be coming back quite as quickly.
He is going to ask you for the books, though.
For the books?
Yeah, he would like you to leave those with him. They're from his apprentice, you see.
Mm-hmm. 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 I can't very well say no.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Goodbye, books.
Uh-huh.
I already read them, so I'm sure I'll remember it.
Uh-huh.
I don't even have an alchemy kit, so I could have given me like alchemy training. Oh, god damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. He charged me 5 gold for identify any wants the son of a wizards, man.
so,
Okay.
so you're giving him the books?
Hold on a minute here. Just checking my personality traits for a minute. Yeah. He's the second in command. He could give me a lot of shit if I don't.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, yeah. Give him the books.
Okay. So you give him the books. Go ahead and take them off your sheet. Kale points out that you got that pretty ring.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks that amulet would do him a lot of good.
He really does, huh?
Yep, he does. He thinks it's only fair.
Is this so you don't have to write up the amulet?
No, I'm going to write it up for sure. And it will go on Kale's sheet, by the way. Kale has a sheet.
Man, my perception. Well, I do have training in perception. I suppose it's not the worst that can happen. Is he sure he doesn't want the ring?
No, he definitely wants the amulet. He thinks the ring is better on you. You're kind of slow.
Wow. 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 I was going to split the pouch with him.
No, that's yours. You're the courier here. This is your mission to carry the folio.
I'm going to. Damn it, I don't have charm back. Oh, not that I would charm my dear friend. No.
No, never. Although he is
You know,
already friendly towards you, so that
he
wouldn't
put
change
in
anything.
half the work, so he might as well get half the loot.
He did split the loot with you earlier.
Yeah, I know that's fair. Yeah, it's fair. I will hand over the amulet and say, consider this a, other than the fact that you did half the work for half the loot, but a promotion gift.
No. Well, thank you then. So generous of you.
Well, I was going to buy a round at the furniture, but this will do much better. At least now I'm not encumbered with all those wonderful books. Oh, I shouldn't have showed him. I shouldn't have showed him. Damned wizards, you can't trust them. In fact, he will mutter that on his way well on the road, well away from the tower.
Well away from the tower.
Where Kale can hear him.
Kale's just going to give you a look. Right. So you guys make your way back, spend the night again in Gar's. Same tavern, because where else are you going to stay?
Right.
Travel again through Bezert. Maybe stay the night in Bezert. Slightly better tavern. This one has 3 rooms. You do get a short rest and all of that, by the way.
Excellent.
Does that give you back your charm?
It should. It does.
Excellent.
Uh,
mm,
am I able to exchange, do some money changing anywhere on the way?
not here. Thunderstone can do that pretty easily, but
Or even
Bezert.
if KO wants to trade me 10 silver falcons for a gold lion?
Oh, he'll do that. Sure.
Yeah, I don't need a ton. I just want to get rid of that one.
You just want to get.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. God dang it.
Oh, you're giving him 10 silver for 1 gold.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he could do that for you. He thinks you're.
Yeah, there we go.
He just shakes his head at you and he makes that trade, but doesn't say anything.
Oh, because 10 silver encumbers me. 1 gold does not.
Uh-huh. Anyways, so you guys spend the night again in Bezert and make your way out. It's an hour outside of Bezert, nearing the site of the ambush that started this whole adventure, when you hear the sound of screams ahead on the road.
Oh, and could I have, during that short rest, have attuned?
Yes, you may.
Okay, thank you. Screams ahead. Well, that's unfortunate.
As you rush forward, you see a group of travelers, including several young children, being accosted by 2 young griffins. The griffins are trying to snatch up the children, who are crying and screaming in fear. The travelers are armed with makeshift weapons and are trying to fend off the beasts, but they're clearly outmatched. The griffins, my notes just vanished, seem hungry and desperate, and they're not giving up easily. Roll initiative.
Oh, goody. Boy, I have a packed day, let me tell you. Well, packed few days.
Several days,
No
yeah.
active encounter.
Try now.
There we go.
All right. Boom.
Oh, might I just say, I really find it impressive, all the different distinctive faces amongst all those people over there.
Uh-huh. This griffin is going to fly towards the man who's mostly guarding the back of the cart. He's really trying to get past him towards the kids, though. The man's going to swipe at him as he passes by with his what looks like a piece of furniture or something. He's using it as a makeshift club. The griffin just flies just over his head. Tries to snatch the child off the cart. Misses. Bloody hell. Griffins! Kale charges forward with his bow out and tries to take a shot at the one nearest to the cart. He just misses. You're up.
Awfully small for griffins.
Probably young.
I'll trot up beside Kale. Do I have a clear shot at this one on the cart?
As clear as you're going to get. It does have +2 AC from the guy. AKA cover.
Then I will, let's see here. I'm going to, what's the range on that? 90. Okay, yeah, that's in range. All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to hex this griffin over here.
Alrighty. It is hexed. I need to set up a condition for that.
And then I will Eldritch Blast it.
Yeah, I'll need to set up an effect for that. For now, blast. 18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for both. 7 and 3. 10 damage. Very nice. Yeah, your blast streaks across and hits the griffin square in the chest, distorting its flight a little bit. What ability score did you hex?
I hexed Strength.
Strength. Okay, cool.
And then that is all of my abilities, or moves rather. Actions. That's the
This
word.
guy tries to climb the cart to get at this griffin. He swings again with his club. He manages to hit. The griffin takes 2 points of damage. This guy also tries to club at the griffin, but misses. The kid shifts over on the seat, but you can see now he's got the reins. He's holding the reins of the horse. He can't really do anything. The women huddle closer around the children, screaming in terror, but they are not armed. Just the two men are. The other griffin glances towards you and decides to take the longer route because it doesn't want to fight you. You look scary. But it is going to come over this way. The first griffin is not happy with being surrounded. He's going to fly back up very, very high, disengaging. But this one is coming in pretty low now. Kale is going to move up again to here. He's going to take a shot up at the griffin that he shot at first, the one that's now pretty high up. And hits. Doesn't do a lot.
Which is this one, right?
Yeah. You're up.
Okay. I'm going to move forward. Whoop. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what's with my mouse today. Then I'm going to take a dash action as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Using
Using
my
your ring of the Cormyr.
New ring.
Yeah.
Do I need to use it?
Yep.
It's till dawn. Does that using it?
It will in the future if it didn't, so it's fine.
It did not. So okay. No, god dang it. Okay, so I wanted to. Okay, I can't.
You want me to reset you again?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was like letting me take the bonus action part.
So go ahead and move.
That's 18. God, what the fuck's wrong with my mouse?
It's like it keeps letting go.
Well, that's probably further than I. Yeah, I gotta spray it out or something.
Or maybe get another one. It may be that the contact's going bad. You are set up to be able to dash, so you can move another 25 feet right now.
Gotta reload the campaign because I was spraying out the mouse and it accidentally clicked something and it got me off the tab. So just a moment. I'm still logged in though. Okay. Where's the turn thing?
Right click on the crossed swords in the thing on the right.
Aha. Thank you. Anyways, I'll just try to move as far as it'll let me.
You should be able to go another 25 feet. There you go. 21 feet.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Cool. And I assume this one over here is that I got hexed has the is it up in the air? Like, do I have a clear shot, or does it have increased?
It's 10
defense
feet
from...
up. So, yeah, you're good for now.
Okay, then I will Eldritch Blast it
Okay.
with a little hex on the side.
17 hits.
I just roll a d8, or
It's D6.
you want me to put the hex out again? All right, yeah, d6.
Yeah, I'll make it so that in the future it automatically does this.
There we go, 5.
-5. It's bloodied as your Eldritch Blast strikes it once again square in the chest.
Never fear, help is here. I'll call out as I end my turn.
Yeah, they really can't reach anything right now, so they're going to just stand in the back of the cart with their clubs in hand ready.
Mm-hmm.
The griffin veers away from the children because you have now attacked it twice, and it is not happy with you. It is going to fly straight for you.
Well, that's one of the things I wanted to happen.
Well, you got what you asked for. It tries to peck at you with its beak, but you manage to duck just under it. But then it slashes at you with its claws for a critical hit.
I would like to use my reaction.
Okay, what do you want to do with it?
To cast Silvery Barbs.
Forcing me to reroll.
Yes.
Okay, you turned a critical hit into a critical miss. Who is gaining the advantage from Silvery Barbs? Also, don't forget to click it.
Yeah, I was reading it to determine what I needed to unclick or click so that it to use the daily use and not try to use a pack which isn't there anymore.
Gotcha.
I'm going to transfer that to, is it?
Just somebody
just
gains advantage on their next roll.
I'm just trying to look at the range. 60 feet. Okay. I'm going to give that to Kale.
Cool. Yeah, you turned a critical hit into a critical miss, by the way, and it would have done 10 damage to you.
Haha, that's why I took Silvery Barbs.
Yep, well done. That ends this griffin's turn. The other one is going to fly straight towards Kale. Oop. Wrong buttons. And come down to try and attack him. Beak claw. Yeah, no. Kale just batters it out of the way with his bow, just preventing it from getting to him. It does manage to get a peck on his arm, though, for a whole whopping 3 damage. He just tosses his bow aside and draws his longsword and slashes at the griffin. It manages to fly. Oh, you are correct. Thank you for the reminder. Let me turn that to advantage. A 15 instead of a 6. 15 does hit, so you just turned a miss into a hit and a hit into a miss. Only 3 damage, though.
Hey, 3 more damage than I had.
Yep. That is basically the best use of Silvery Barbs you could get. And that ends Kale's turn. You're up.
I'm going to draw my bastard sword and make a 2-handed strike on the griffin near me.
Mm-hmm.
See if I could knock it out of the air.
Go for it. A 16 hits.
I didn't. I meant to roll that. It's whatever.
I mean, if you want to re-roll, you can. The 1d10 instead of the 1d8. And then the 6. Yeah, 11 damage.
I made
Ooh.
up for it.
Yeah, you did. Oh my, yeah. You smacked this griffin good. It is looking rough.
And then nothing applicable. Oh, it's so nice having the little bonus features down here that I could just like see what can I do as a bonus action. All right.
What you got?
Well, that makes me feel silly.
What?
No, that's it. I just remembered that I had the Hexblade curse as opposed to just Hex.
Yep. That's okay.
It's been a while since I made the sheet versus playing the sheet.
Yep. The griffin backwings very quickly, and is going to disengage. It's done. Yep, it's out of here.
Hey, bring my Hex back here.
It's taking your hex away.
Oh.
This one, however, it didn't get the memo. It tries to attack Kale again with both attacks. Both hit.
Oof.
Kale takes 3 piercing and 5 slashing damage. He is bloodied, you can tell. He growls in annoyance and takes another swipe with his sword at it. Bloody birds, get off me! Slashes into the belly of the griffin for 6 points of damage. Bloodies it. You're up.
Well, as much as I would like to take revenge on the griffin running away with my Hex, I'm going to come over here and help my buddy out. And slice the griffin.
You want to hexblade it? Nope. Okay.
No, just attack.
Okay. 19 hits. 5 damage.
5 is more than it had before.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe I rolled a 1. That's funny.
The commoners cheer you guys on. They're very pleased to see that this is going in their favor. This griffin is fucking gonzos. It is out of here.
My Hex.
This griffin is also going to disengage and start flying away.
Ah, dang it. I wanted to capture it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute and adorable. It
Kale
will certainly stay that way.
sheathes his sword and reaches for his bow. You're up.
Well, I will take a hand off of my bastard sword and Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. A 9 misses.
It's a warning shot.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I'll say that. And let that be a warning shot.
Yeah, the griffin agrees and is also gonzos. There we go.
Are there, from what I know about griffins, is there chances that there's a nest nearby?
Make a nature check. What you suspect is that these griffins were very hungry, and it's probable that there's a nest nearby, but most likely what happened is that these two were recently weaned by their parent and left to fend for themselves, and this is their first attempt at hunting.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that information to Kale as well while we walk over to the cart.
Mhm.
It's unlikely that there's a nest they would return to nearby to cause further trouble on the road, but you never know.
Well, just glad we came along when we did, eh?
Fortuitous timing. Are you all right?
Ah, all right now, thanks to you. And you spend a little bit of time with these folk. Come to find out that they're just making their way towards Thunderstone. They've were just traveling, and the griffins came out of nowhere and attacked. They're very grateful for you.
Well, are they like walking with the cart? Because it looks like most of them are walking. And they're like going at a sedate
Yeah,
pace.
yeah. What you can tell is that they've got quite a bit of stuff in the cart. They might be making their way to sell the goods from Bezert in Thunderstone.
Well, what do you think, Kale? We're headed there ourselves.
Seems reasonable we escort them the rest of the way.
There you go. Your purple dragon's at work. The security of the common folk is at our utmost mind.
That's the wizard.
Yeah, the wizard, who's not a real fan of the nobility.
Kale just claps you on the shoulder and it hikes himself up onto the back of the cart to catch a ride.
So after all, if I can, pump up my buddy while I'm doing this, I might as well, right?
Yep. And so you guys make your way back to Thunderstone with no other incidents along the way.
I was a war wizard already, I'd be pumping up the war wizards. But since I'm not, I might as well, lean into what I can. No other. That's great because this has been like some cannibals, some assassins, some baby griffins.
Just baby griffins, that's all. Nothing to see here.
Man, I really wanted to catch one too.
I know.
I would have kept it in a cage till I got to 3rd level.
And then tried to turn it into your familiar.
Yeah, man.
Bad news for you. Griffins aren't familiars.
There is precedence within the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways.
There's like a whole series of books. The Thayans did it.
I know.
Yeah, so we get back to Thunderstone.
You're back to Thunderstone, and you guys, escort the commoners there, but once you make it to town, Kale parts ways with them and then lets you know, I've got to get back to my captain. Captain Remlick's going to want to know all about what we just saw.
Oh, yes, I suppose the report will be quite in-depth.
Yeah. Thank you for your help. I don't think I could have done it without you.
That's what friends are for.
Good luck with Hunt, Silver.
I'll trade you.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
He just claps you on the shoulder again and then heads away.
Drinks later at the furniture?
If I'm free.
I'm buying.
I'm definitely free.
And yeah, I'll go to find what's his face, Huntsilver.
House Huntsilver, which you know to be in the northeast side of town. As you walk up the winding path towards House Huntsilver, the sound of the nearby waterfall grows louder. The grounds are surrounded by a tall stone wall, and you can see guards posted at the gatehouse. They eye you warily as you approach, but step aside to allow you to pass when you show them the letter Vainrance gave you. You make your way up to the main house, an imposing stone structure with ornate carvings around the doorway. As you enter, you're greeted by the sight of a grand foyer with high ceilings and polished marble floors. A few servants bustle about, cleaning and arranging various items. You hear a voice calling out from down the hall and make your way towards it. as you get closer, you see Haldar Huntsilver, the lord of the house, standing at a large map of the region, deep in thought. He looks up as you approach and greets you with a polite nod. "Greetings, Corthyndahast. I've been expecting you. What news do you bring?"
Lord Huntsilver, Vainrents has requested that I bring this to you.
You offer him the folio, I presume?
Yes.
He takes it from you and nods and then motions. There's, across from the table, there's a nice, comfortable-looking seat, very comfortable-looking seat, and he says, "Please, have a seat. Can I get you something to drink? Wine, ale, water?"
Wine would be lovely, thank you.
Of course, of course." And he looks up and motions, and you hear somebody departing. He takes a seat across from you and asks, "I hope it wasn't too much trouble getting this."
No, not too much at all. We were in the area anyways, and on our way back here.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And he reaches into his desk and pulls open a drawer and pulls out a horn, a hunting horn that's made of what looks to be bone, with a long crack along it. Sets it onto the desk beside him, and he sort of idly fiddles with it while he's reading over the notes from the folio. A moment later, his manservant returns and places a glass of wine in your hand. It's chilled, very cool to the touch. It's a deep red color. He bows to you and steps away again. Interesting. Very interesting.
I'll nod to the servant in thanks and drink my wine. Now, Vainrent said that he'd asked for information on the horn, right?
Vainrents wants to know why Lord Huntsilver was asking about this.
If you don't mind me asking, Lord Huntsilver, is that the item in question?
Yes, it is. Although I'll need to return it to the man who found it. It's not really mine anymore, I suppose.
Vainrents didn't tell me much about it, other than that you were looking for information.
Indeed. Little odd that it's turned up now. It was apparently an heirloom of my family some 100 years ago. Vainrents says it's used to find something important, though he refuses to say what. Typical wizard, I suppose. Sorry. No offense meant.
No, you're quite right.
Listen, he put in here a letter about you, actually. Suggested that you might be interested in some work.
I have been looking for things to keep me busy, yes.
Well, this might keep you busy. I'm putting together a group of adventurers. I'll be providing them with a charter to look into some missing persons reports. And the Purple Dragons have been unable to solve them, and, well, I've always felt adventurers were better suited to that sort of work. Smarter. Smarter than the dragons. Not that they're dumb, they're just bound by tradition and rules and restrictions which don't generally apply to you and your lot.
That is true. I hope it goes better than my last missing persons case.
No luck, huh?
Unless eaten by cannibals is lucky.
Ooh. That's tragic. I will also hope that, since... well, I don't want to give you the details now. Tomorrow evening, can you be at the... Oh shit, I've lost the name of this tavern. At the Dragon's Den. There's a table in the back, set for 6. It'll be you and a few adventures I've put together. You'll be waiting for one of my agents, a woman who will come in mentioning how much she hates the rain and wishes for summertime season.
I certainly can. Seems interesting enough to get my focus.
I appreciate it. Did Vagrants pay you for the delivery?
He did, yes.
Excellent. Well, nevertheless, have this as well. And he offers you a small bag of coins.
My thanks, Lord.
Of course, and thank you. I appreciate you bringing this to me. We
Is
probably...
the reason why you wanted the information on the horn tied with this?
Oh. Well, one of your companions brought the horn to me. Well, one of the companions you'll meet tomorrow brought the horn to me. I'm just curious about it, to be honest, and he wanted more information as well. I'll be turning most of this over to him. Maybe you should ask him.
I just might. Curiosity killed the wizard, as they say.
Let's hope not. Either way, you probably won't see much of me. I prefer to do things through intermediates, especially right now. Still, if trouble is amiss, you're always welcome here.
Good to know.
Thank you again.
I certainly appreciate the charter.
Mm-hmm.
I shall meet with your agent then at the Dragon's Den.
Thank you, and good luck.
And I'll nod and, make my way. Finish my wine.
Yep. And that is where we will end for the evening.
What was the code phrase? Hate the rain?
She hates the rain, and she's going to mention something about summertime.
Cool. And then what did he give me in the bag?
Another 5 gold lions.
Hey, that makes up for the identifier that I wasted my money on. My precious books.
Your books! Oh no! But hey, you gained 300 XP and you are now level 2.
Hooray!
By the way, you almost gained 300 XP from the encounters alone. I've been slowly ramping up how many of them I do with all of these just to see for sure how much I can do. And it's so much better. I love this house rule.
It's great, yeah. Being able to just do more than just one thing is an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how D&D is supposed to be played.
Yep. It certainly has felt that way. And it feels kind of natural to just have much smaller encounters more often rather than bigger encounters all the time. Like, I'm sure the one with the night masks felt tense because they got the drop on you and you didn't have your armor, but it was fine.
I felt okay doing that because of how the bastard sword works.
Yeah.
Thought it would be more, like, it would be cooler thematically to have that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was at more of a risk.
Yep. I've been thinking about adding a rule for that anyways. But anywho, that'll be it. I'm going to end the stream here.